On the outside, it seems as though many stars lead the perfect life. Sometimes the rich and famous have inspiring rags to riches stories. Other times, these fallen stars miss their way and end up lost, desperate, or homeless. Blame it on drug abuse, poor financial planning, or just bad luck. Hello, celeb enthusiasts! Here to dig up on your favorite industry? Well then, welcome back to Entertainment Avenue! Here we unfold all the mysteries hiding up our celebrities' sleeves. In today's video, we're gonna see the famous celebrities who went homeless. Before we start digging, don't forget to drop a like. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notifications to keep up with our juicy content. Ready to feel like a paparazzo? Then hop on our train and remember to stay tuned till the end to have your minds blown away. Number 10. Danny Bonaduce. He didn't skip the curse of the child actors who fell from grace. The 70s smash hit The Partridge Family did Bonaduce a household title. He became famous at the age of 11, starring as the middle son, Danny Partridge. But the actor later became recognized for his stints in rehab, which eventually led to his experience with homelessness as an adult. On his personal radio show, the actor told viewers that he had survived in his car behind Grauman's Chinese theater for a time. And while all this happened, the clueless fans frequently stopped him for autographs and photos. It was a complete downward spiral. To beat it all off, Danny also battled critical alcohol addiction problems and was forced to make some important changes to his lifestyle to survive. He later became a fighter and a DJ in his later adult life, performing a few cameos on TV each once in a while. Number 9. Brett Butler. After starring in the successful ABC sitcom Grace Under Fire for 5 years, you would all be surprised to know that actress Brett Butler found herself homeless. Butler was nominated for a Golden Globe Award twice for her role in the series that aired from 1993 to 1998. At the tip of the show's popularity, the ugly behind-the-scenes fights for creative control spilled into on-set tantrums and threats. Apparently due to drug abuse, she was freed from her contract and the show was promptly canceled. It was stated that she left Los Angeles and moved to a farm in Georgia. But as she ran out of cash, she left the farm and ended up in a homeless shelter. As of 2012, she tried getting it back together and has had bit roles in TV shows and movies. However, it's good she was optimistic about the future. Number 8. Randy Quaid. Remember Randy Quaid? He's seemingly best known for starring in the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation movies. Before that, he had been called for an Academy Award for his appearance in The Last Detail. Sadly, things didn't really get well for the actor in recent years. In 2009, Quaid and his wife Evie were caught after skipping out on a whopping hotel bill of over $10,000. Despite managing to settle for most of the accounts, the couple was eventually awarded community service after repeatedly failing to appear in court. Quaid has since had a mountain of tasks with the US and Canadian border officials. Long story short, the actor was homeless as he was found to have been squatting in the guest house of a home that he and Evie used to own. Actor Randy Quaid and his wife were also ordered held on $500,000 of bail each. Charges that they jumped out of the country 5 years ago have been charged with vandalism in California. All we could say to Randy is, good luck! Perhaps he has his fingers crossed and they'll make another National Lampoon movie soon? Number 7. Sugar Ray Williams. In the late 1970s throughout the mid-80s, saw the rise of basketball star Ray Williams, who was captain of the New York Knicks and performed for the Boston Celtics 1985 NBA Finals team. Like many professional athletes, Williams struggled financially after his NBA career was over. After he resigned, he had to file for bankruptcy, which led to losing his home and family. He took on common jobs like groundskeeping at a golf course, a maintenance man in an apartment complex, and a bakery worker. In 2010, he was jobless and wandering, living in his car in Florida. Fortunately, he was able to bounce back for a few years, but with his life seemingly turned around from the depths he had reached, Williams learned that he had colon cancer. Number 6. Robert Discro. Paperback mysteries usually end this way, not Disney fairy tales. Robert Cletus, Bobby Discro, grew famous as a child through films such as So Dear to My Heart, The Window, and Treasure Island. And yes, his last big movie hit was the voice of animated Peter Pan. In 1950, he gained an Academy Award for his role in The Window. but by 1956 he was jailed for marijuana and was reportedly using harder drugs. Despite being labeled as a Disney kid, Walt Disney himself referred to him as the living embodiment of his own youth. His life took a decidedly dark turn. Penniless with no aspirations, he was lost in the underground world of New York homelessness. On March 30th, 1968, two boys discovered him dead in a deserted East Village tenement surrounded by beer bottles and religious handouts. Number 5. Iran Barkley. Boxers are some of the most helpless athletes in sports. In the ring, they face jabs, hooks, and sometimes knockouts. Then, many have to deal with the outcome, both the physical and the financial. During his profession, retired boxer Iran Barkley held world titles for middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight champion. He was flying great with a net worth of $5 million at the height of it all, and he lost it all during his retirement. Bankrupt and unemployed, Iran was unable to pay rent at his Bronx apartment and was promptly evicted. That night, he slept on the number 6 train running between Pelham Bay Park and City Line Station, with nowhere to turn. With boxing charity foundations, the former world champion found housing and received assistance to help him get back on his feet. Number 4. Natasha Lyon. Natasha Lyon has played on television and in film since she was a child, but her promising job was derailed after a series of encounters with the law. In 2001, she was held for a DUI. In 2004, Natasha was charged with mischief, trespass, and harassment of a neighbor. She was also evicted from a friend's townhouse and ended up living on the streets. She was also found to be using a fake name in a hospital and was even heard to be infected with hepatitis C. But later she turned her life around and is part of the Netflix smash show Orange is the New Black. She was chosen for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series. One of the best revival stories in Hollywood because it's real. Number 3. Willie Ames. At the top of his career as a mainstay on the hit TV show 8 is Enough, actor Willie Ames earned more than $1 million a year. He passed on to join another hit show, Charles in Charge, but when the show ended, he was out of a place and had a ton of debt but no money to pay for it. He filed for bankruptcy, ultimately losing his home, sleeping in parks and carports. At the time, Willie was still with his wife of over 20 years, Maylo, who suffers from an autoimmune disease, lupus. Maylo's mounting medical bills, coupled with $150,000 lost investment into an adventure show, sunk the family deep into debt. His wife eventually left him and he became homeless. Some people have to hit rock bottom before they can turn themselves around. Luckily, Ames was able to turn his world around and did a bit of a roll here and there. Number 2. Rocky Lockridge. Lockridge was a world boxer title holder in the 1970s and 80s. He lost it all when he began to lose his winning stride. As a trained boxer, Rocky Lockridge is best known for handing Roger Mayweather his first defeat. He went from Patterson to Mount Laurel but saw his estimated $3 million in earnings gradually fade. He shifted with his wife and twin sons to Tacoma but left Camden alone following a divorce. However, due to an eternal battle with drugs and alcohol addiction, Lockridge lost his home and suffered a stroke. He was reportedly held for burglary and served 27 months in prison. In one, he flattened an unfortunate soul who mistook him for a regular guy. On the other, he became an internet meme after a moving appearance on the TV show Intervention. Number 1. Margaret Kidder. Margaret was considered a pinup and often landed magazine covers when starring in the Superman movies, earning her a large fan base. Kidder was once a Hollywood star who dated famous leading men like Richard Pryor and Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. She was doing alright until a car accident in 1990 left her incapable of working and bankrupt. Kidder also battled schizophrenia and manic depression, which manifested during her accident, and she was under much stress. Margaret even refused treatment at one time. Homeless, she slept in cardboard crates in random backyards before she was seen by a native of Glendale, California, hardly visible with her hair cut off and teeth missing. She has since improved and lives in Montana, where she is a political activist. That's it, guys. We hope you like what you just watched. Comment down below your favorite prank on your favorite celebrity. Don't forget to smash that like button and turn on the bell for more updates. See you soon.